Hello, welcome to the Simple Effects Montage tutorial. I'm not a professional, but it works for me, so I'm making a tutorial as many of you have asked. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Go up here to sequence settings, and, well, obviously you don't want 25 FPS. Change this, 2560, 1440. What this will do, right? When you upload it up to YouTube, it will give you a different encoder, and this will boost your bitrate up quite a bit and make your montage look better. To get the video to fit into the full border of sequence, you're gonna need to click on your video right here, go over here to scale, press that and change it to 133.3. That fits. Another thing I really recommend you do when montage making is remove the clip sound. If it's a frag movie, it makes sense. If it's a montage, I wouldn't do it personally. So what I'm gonna do, Control L on the clip, and now it's separated the audio track with a video track, and I get to click on the audio track, press delete, and boom. Now I'm just left with the video right here. Okay, now we're aligning the clip to the beat. So I have found a nice little point of the song where I want to get the one tap to land, like that. So one thing you can do right here, just if anything's highlighted, just press the background, it'll become unhighlighted. Press M on your keyboard. I'll create a little a marker. I'm gonna scroll through the video clip. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's quite a lot easier. Red hit marker. I just like to use my arrow keys to move back and forward. Then you want to click on the video layer and press M on that, and it creates another mark. Now you can make it move backwards, line it up with the other one, and now you got a kill on the beat. That's pretty neat. I do believe that you do want to actually keep a lot of the stuff on beat, like transitions, effects, kills. I feel like it makes the flow of the montage run a lot smoother. Now let's move on to the effects that I use. I don't use that many effects, I'm not gonna lie, and I won't be covering any of the niche ones that I've used maybe once or twice because I'm gonna be honest, you need the basic one, like flashing. If you go down here, the new item, you wanna go up to adjustment layer. You want to make sure this matches the settings of your sequence that we did previously. Press OK. That creates an adjustment layer right there. Move that onto your timeline. Okay, so let's do a flash effect once the kill happens. We want to put the adjustment layer at the end of the marker, which is basically as soon as the red hit marker comes up. Now, for the flash, I'm going to shorten it to about, press the right arrow key 10 times, that'll be 10 frames, so 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Then you want to go to effects browser right here. You want to search brightness. Right here, brightness and contrast. You want to click it and drag it onto the adjustment layer. And from here, you're going to want to go to the beginning of the clip from up here. The beginning of the adjustment layer. Press the toggle animation button on the brightness right here. Now, you could change this to whatever you want. It also depends on how you want the kill in the video to seem. Is it really impactful kill, or is it just another kill that is in a more chilled out part of the song? This one is actually like holds some importance, so I'm gonna maybe make it 35. From there you can go all the way to the end of the adjustment layer and press the reset parameter button. This will reset your brightness back to 0 like it was before. And now you can see that we have a basically gradient of it slowly disappearing. So if we wash that back right now, a nice effect. You got the one tap, it looks nice. Now let's do some shake. So what you want to do, right here, go to your marker, hold Alt, left click on the video layer, fill it up, and then you cut it right there. You can cut it really anywhere, it doesn't really matter. You want to delete the left and right. You want to go back into the effects search page. You're going to want to search transform right here. You want to grab that, put it on there. From here, scroll down, and you're going to want to enable animation for position. Make sure that's at the beginning of the clip right there. And from then on, you want to move the video, and then so it's like up, so it's like sort of up and to the right. You can do this in any direction really, and it works the same. And then you're going to want to go down here, use composition. You want to disable that, and you change the shutter angle to 360. Also, one thing that is very important, put your adjustment layers over your clips. I forgot right there. So you can see that the edges of the video are clearly visible. And what you're going to want to do, back onto the clip layer, and then what you're going to want to do is go forward 2 frames from position, and you want to hit preset parameters. What this will give you, right, you can see it happening, is a little shake right here. Like it will go forward and then it will come back, but it's sort of blurred. So if I play it, there, you see that? It's a very subtle effect, but it does shine through. Now you can choose to use one effect or the other, or you can combine both of them together, and it does job pretty nicely. But you don't want to overuse them much, so you can start off with using both. Then with some kills you can use one, and with some kills you can switch to the other one. Let's move on to some effects for music. What you're gonna want to do, find the happens. You wanna mark that, and another one right there. Right now from here, and get another adjustment layer. Align it with a marker. Go to the beginning of the adjustment layer. I'd say go forward like 5 frames. Grab your eraser tool. Delete the rest. Once you've put the adjustment layer on the timeline, you're going to want to search directional blur. From there. Grab it, put it on the adjustment layer, and from there you're going to want it a bit. And I'm going to be honest, what you want, like, I wouldn't recommend going above 30, I guess. Let's do like 15. And go to the beginning, blur length, add a keyframe to blur length, and at the end, just make it set parameters. Got a little blur right there. From then on, if there's multiple other places where you want to add it, you can hold Alt on the clip right here, left click drag on every, and you got this. You can use the same concept. You go back to your project panel, get another adjustment layer, do a flash one. Go to your effects panel, search brightness, drag it onto the adjustment layer. And I don't recommend this being very bright, because you're going to use brighter ones for kills, make it more impactful, so like 10 would make sense. You're going to want to toggle animation on and go parameters. Add that to the rest. If you want, I did this before, I'll show you an example in a second. I actually increased the brightness increments from adjustment layer to adjustment layer. So this one's 10, this one's 15, this one's 20. And it ends with the brightest one at 30. Now once again, you can use either one of them. Doesn't really matter. You can completely delete the light. It all works, just find the balance and then go for it. Another effect that I've enjoyed using recently is black and white. So what you're going to want to do is get another adjustment layer. Make it as long as you want the black and white to last for. Go to your effects panel and search black space, and it should show. Put it on the adjustment layer, and this really creates impact for the kill, because after the kill everything goes back to double color, right? It creates a really punchy effect and it will make your clips look better. Just use it sparingly. I've at most used it maybe 3 or 4 times in a singular montage. Don't use it too much. I'll show you an example right now. Another effect that I've actually used quite a bit recently, opass. Low pass is an audio effect, so if we just cut the size, and then grab the low pass, grab it over there, listen to it. It sort of creates like a muffled sound. You could of course create animation for this. Just bring it all the way up. Now if we fade it in, so let's actually match it with like when the black and white fades in. So change that to like 5,000. Got I'm going from normal down to sort of muffled. Let's listen in. And it ends right there really nicely actually, because I lined it up with the kill. So far this is looking quite nice. This would be a lot to do for every clip, so don't do that for every clip. I'm just using everything, throwing everything at you with one clip, just to show you how everything happens. Now, I've had a few people talk to me about transitions. In my honest opinion, you do not need to create your own transitions, because most likely you're not professional at this. You're gonna copy of someone else. So if you're gonna copy of someone else, you might as well download presets. I will link a video to a preset that I use. It's a very simple, clean preset. It's very nice. It's quite simple. The tutorial is there in the video. I will not be covering it, but I do think it is a very helpful resource, and you should think about getting into that. With transitions, I have to say that transitions, you do not need to use a transition to go from one clip to another all the time. You can just do straight cuts. It doesn't matter. It actually sometimes works to just cut from one video to another. Transitions work well if sparingly, and not all too much. One technique that I've used in transitions is if the transition like wipes, right? I will like to follow any motion that the clip is happening. I will show you two examples right now with me following motion and using transitions to create a very clean transition. One more thing that I want to add, you're going to want to use slow motion. Going and changing this. Maybe 60. One thing that I do really recommend is going into time interpolation right here and changing that to optical flow. When you slow things down, it does reduce the FPS. With optical flow, we'll have some imperfections, but I feel like it's worth it to make your montage look nicer to the eyes. So I will show you a comparison between using optical flow and not using optical flow. In this video, I have showed you clips from two different montages I have created. I will link both of the montages below. And right here, I am using a clip from Ores that I also made a montage for, so I will definitely be linked up. If you want to contact me in any way, my Twitter is in the description, and you can ask me questions. I've had a few people ask me to look through some of their videos. I'm completely happy to give you some feedback on your videos if you. That's basically it for the tutorial. I hope that cleared some stuff up, and hopefully you can go out and make some of your own montages. That'd be pretty cool to see. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. They got